Hi guys, it's been a while since I made a video, and I apologize for that. But hey, do you like my new Christmas present? This is one of the gifts that I got for Christmas. This lamp, I love it so much. It's such a cool lamp. I'll show you how it works. At first, I thought it was some sort of a complicated mechanism where there are lines that light up inside the skull, but all it is a piece of plastic, and you pick it up, and the light actually is located in that little box. This doesn't actually have any light in it. It's just a piece of plastic. But if you put it in there, the light happens to illuminate it in such a way that it looks as if the skull had um, light bulb, light bulbs inside of it. So it's kind of cool. Hey, so things between my boyfriend and I are not going so great. I don't know if it's my fault or his fault. I don't know if it's anybody's fault or if we just move things too quickly. And I think this is the main reason that we move things way too quickly. So when we started dating, I started spending a lot of time over here. I would stay over like maybe 4 or 5 times out of the week and only spend like 2 nights at my own place. And it was almost like he right away he says, "Oh, you can have a drawer," and then 2 days later you can have another drawer to keep your stuff. And it was almost like I moved in. Not I didn't ask him to, but he's like, just bring your stuff here and you can have a drawer. After about 2 weeks, he asked me to move in with him, and he's like, you're gonna be saving a lot of money on rent if you move in with me. And although I wasn't paying that much rent because I was kind of living with a friend anyway. But he says, you're not gonna have any, you don't have to pay rent. You can just stay here. And we were so infatuated. We were so in love, and we were really happy together and into each other, and we couldn't wait to get together when we were apart. Like when I was away or he was away, we couldn't wait to get back together. And it was just this beautiful period in the beginning of every relationship where you're just so in love with the person, and you want to be with them, and you feel like you love them so much. And we started using the L word right away. He told me he loved me first, and I followed second. Like a couple days later, I said I love you too. And things moved really fast, and I think that was the main mistake. I don't think I pushed him to move fast. I think the feelings were just there on both sides. So I moved in pretty much right away, and now it's been 4.5 months, and things are not that great. So, what's not great? Well, we are quite different people. We have very different interests. So, my interests are a little more, I don't know, typically masculine, I guess. I love sports. I love basketball. I like movies that have to do with crime and thrillers, and I don't know. I like scary movies. I like football. I like hiking. I like cars. I like going biking. Um, I don't know. I like books. I read a lot of books. And all those things that I said, he kind of stands on the opposite spectrum. So he likes musicals. He likes old movies. He I love going to the gym. I go to the gym, and I started going to the gym again. He doesn't go to the gym at all. He doesn't care about like building up his muscles and looking good. Um, he doesn't read books. He'll have an occasional book on a Kindle, but he doesn't really have any books at home. He's not a reader. Even though he is smart, he's educated, he's got a college degree, but he's not a big reader. Um, he doesn't like sports at all. Uh, he'll go, for him a good night out is to go and see a drag show or a charity event, and he's very much into LGBT activities, LGBT charities, LGBT everything, LGBT. And I'm more like, yeah, I'm gay, and gay rights are important to me, but I think the battle's already won. We have gay marriage. It's I don't want to build my life and focus my life on LGBT issues. It's just not. It's just such a small part of my life. I have so many things going on in my life and so many other interests, whereas his entire life revolves around LGBT, and for that's a big divergence there that I don't know if we can beat. So there's a lot of things that we're just very different. And now when I come home, he'll just sit at his computer and just be like, hi, hi, and we just have nothing to talk about. And so, like, it's just really, really bad. Another thing that hasn't really been working is our sex life. So I'm more of a bottom, and so is he. So this doesn't really work because you need kind of one person to be a little more aggressive. And hang on a second, I gotta take the dog out. Okay, I'm back. I walked the dog. So yeah, where were we? I was just saying that we're very different people, and we didn't really explore all those differences before we decided to move in together. I think the proper way for a relationship is to maybe date for about 5 months before you decide to move in together. I think 4 or 5 months is a good amount of, if you live in the same town and see each other on a regular basis. 4 or 5 months is an ideal amount of time to get to know the person uh, sufficiently to decide whether you want to move in with them or not. And my situation is kind of tricky because I would like to get married, so getting married would make my visa situation a lot easier. But I don't want to get married just for the visa. And I know a lot of people have done it. I know personally people who did it, and they got married to a person they didn't really love. It was their friend or whatever, and they got their marriage visa and they could stay. But I suppose I would do it as a last resort, but I don't really want to do it. I don't really want to do it. I want to get married for the right reasons. I want to get married because I want to be with the person. So, yeah, so we're going to have the talk today, and we're going to have a talk today. And think that we might be breaking up, and it's so sad because we've had some, we were so in love in the beginning, but the last few weeks it was like I actually met his family. I went to his family. I went to his family for Christmas, and I met his sons. He's got 2 sons of his own, and I met his ex-wife, and they live in the Bay Area. And it was actually a really fun time, and we all had a good time together, and they liked me. But even already at Christmas time, which was 3 weeks ago, there was this little feeling of dissatisfaction between us and disconnect. There was the gap was starting to grow and get wider, slowly. There was fewer things to talk about. The sex life wasn't that great, and I found myself looking more and more forward to the times that I had to myself, like when he was away at a meeting or for work. I would be like, oh great, I get like 3 hours to myself at home, and and that's not a good sign so early on. I think you see couples that have been together for a year or two, and they're still acting like lovebirds. They're still into each other. So for us, that phase only lasted about 2 months. After 2 months, things started cooling off quickly. So even at Christmas, even though it was fun, we're with friends and family, and his family really liked me, and I loved his family. It wouldn't. Family can't fix the relationship between the two people. It's not enough. So it's a shame. And he also kind of met my family. So I have this brother who lives in Las Vegas, who's not my blood brother, but I call him my brother. And another person, like my best friend, he came over here. And so he met my family, so to say, and they liked him. And so it's almost like a shame to throw that all away. We met each other's families, and we got really serious, and we went public with our relationship to all of our friends and family. And just after we did that, we're like, you know what? Maybe it's not working out. What have we done? It's like, I don't know. So I think we're going to talk about it, and I think it's likely that we're going to break up. Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna want to carry things on and fix things and try to fix things and get back to that original place of that love that we felt for each other. So, and I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong. Am I doing anything wrong? I don't know. I just don't understand. I think I just lost that spark, and I think he did too, because he's not showing me any signs of affection, and we don't really say I love you that much. He sent me a text, I love you like 3 days ago, and it was nice, and I sent a similar text back. But that's it, and before that we haven't really said it in a while. And yeah, it's just tough. I don't know what's going on. I haven't really done anything. I haven't cheated. I haven't gone on any kind of an app or dating site. I don't do that. I'm monogamous. And I don't know. I know that he hasn't done that either. So it's not that we're cheating, but it's just that we're not. I think we're not happy. There's something between us, a gap, a disconnection, a wall, whatever you want to call it. And yeah. So we'll see what happens.